Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Everything I say is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. So Tisha comes over while Stormy is talking to Marceau, his rude ass, asking for $100. Although nobody had to pay $100, which I don't understand why he's asking for $100. So anyway, Stormy is basically pissed off that he didn't say nothing or Tisha didn't say nothing about her having to pay $100 when they did the walkthrough. Now, Tisha had so much energy for Stormy at the end of this episode. Meanwhile, she stood here looking like a dummy and ain't say a word. So she must have got home, talked to Marceau, and was like, oh, I'm going to come at her. I can't stand people like that. Say what you got to say right then and there. That you said you ain't like how she came at Marceau, but look how your husband came at her. And it was very unprofessional for Marceau to ask for that $100 when it wasn't discussed. Point blank and to the period. So Stormy said, don't ever in life come at me like that again. Because you don't want to see Big Courtney, okay? All right. So Stormy had to let them know that she got a multi-million-dollar order going on in her warehouse right now. But she took the time out to come to this event, which they said was a community event. Girl, but can we get the orders out to the people? I know I'm playing extra on my voice. That's my ghetto, okay? To Stormy, child. Now, another thing that Tisha said at the end of the episode, she was like, I didn't like how you came at Marceau because it was a business setting, but there was nobody there, okay? Not a soul. And the 5 people that was there wasn't paying y'all no mind. They was trying to set up y'all event. So Stormy, with her comeback to Marceau, he decides he wants to waive the $100. Stormy was like, oh, no. Give it to somebody who deserve it. How about that? Let's donate it. And Tisha was still stuck on duh. So we got Melody Cherie and her brother Marcus. They on their way to the expo. Melody says she's there to support, buy some things, congratulate Tisha on putting it all together. The brother asks, is Martell going to be involved? She said, yeah, he was in all the meetings. So he wants to know how Mel is going to interact with Martell. She said, I'm just going to ignore him like I usually do. Because she got real good at ignoring his ass. Okay? So we got the expo up and in full effect. Tisha walking around in her first lady outfit on for the first Sundays, introducing herself. I'm Letitia Scott. Tisha and Marceau is excited about the turnout. Tisha said it was worth all the hard work and the headaches. You want to know how you know when Tisha lying? She started bouncing in her seat, okay? I believe this expo was the people who was at the end of this expo in the pictures with them. I don't believe this was their expo. They was the face of it, in my opinion. So here go Marceau talking about how the vendors pay their vendors fee. Almost everybody paid except one. Tisha said a few, but Marceau is making it clear that Stormy didn't pay. But y'all never asked her to pay. But y'all have her speaking on the stage. So unprofessional. And why y'all coming at Stormy? Why y'all not coming at the other people who ain't pay? Here come Martell in his too tight suit. If he turned the wrong way too fast, he gonna bust a seam. He comes in there, Maurice asks him, why you don't have your table? He talking about he did a few wine events and he want to give somebody else a chance to promote their wine. What? What kind of businessman are you? As a business person, you got a chance to promote your business. You need to be promoting your business. So Martell goes straight to the table where what it says, the Lorenzo Wright, the Right Way 360. They're a mentoring organization that help people, get their business together and whatever else. He goes straight to them to tell them he needs help for his brother, to get his brother to have the business mindset. You too, you need to go to this mentorship too. So we see the Whitlows into the building because we ain't seen them since maybe episode 1 or 2. Okay. So Martell comes up to Lou and asks him, is he speaking? They was like, we don't know nothing about that. This organization of the expo, okay. Tiffany lets us know, she goes over to Stormy and lets Stormy know that they wanted her to speak. And she said she only found out about this 2 days ago. And basically Stormy was like, this is half-assed, okay. So she let Tiffany know about how Marceau came to her asking for $100. How Marceau gonna get up in his confessional and say that Tiffany shouldn't be looking for a speaking spot. She wasn't looking for a speaking spot. Marceau asked if they were speaking. Now, unless he's reacting to something that happened after the fact and they deleted it, that part didn't even make no sense to me. Then we see Mel and her brother walk up to Macy and Mila's stand or whatever. And the lady was like, did you try their products? And Mel was like, I didn't even know they had any products. Nope. You know why you ain't know? Because Tisha put it together just for this expo. Words from her, from the photo shoot, not mine. Child, Martell walk up to this lady who sells, I guess, a natural birth control. He talking about, I should have met you sooner. You think? Child, why Maurice said he looking for his babe. Come to find out, Kimmy is at a radiation treatment. And she gonna come to this expo. She gets to the expo and says how after a treatment, she's really tired, but I'm here out of an act of love. Girl, you better stop sacrificing for everybody else. Is all I'm saying. Take care of yourself, girl. Child, why Marcus and Martell meet up? Let's see what they gonna say. So Marcus asks Martell, what can they do to make things go better? And are y'all getting along? Martell's gonna say, we are getting better. It's coming along. Now, you know you lying through that bald-headed mouth of yours. Y'all know y'all not getting along, okay? So Martell was like, Martell gonna say with the guard that Mel got up after 3 years of separation,
You're
it should
divorced.
come down without the courts having to tell her what to do. Seriously, Martell, after you done stalked her, disrespected her, videotaping her, come on, man. It's the gaslighting for me. It's the gaslighting. So he says, with your help, you know, I'm sure things will be fine. Marcus was like, help? What help? And he was just a snickering. And Martell was in his feelings. He was like, Marcus is so immature. So they show Mel walk up to Marcel. She congratulates them. He's like, so are you going to speak? Are you going to get on stage? She said, nope, I'm just here to support. That's that. Then they show Martell with his brother and talking about how he spoke to some people that's going to mentor him. Like his brother ain't an adult and he can't go talk to the people by himself. But you know, that's just me. I mind my business, okay? So did you notice that there was the Madani sign behind them? But Destiny was nowhere in sight. They made sure to keep her out the doggone cameras. Okay. So Kimmy finally gets there. She runs into a young lady that says, you coming out with your story. We need more than that. It had encouraged her to go get her breast exam. And I'm raising my hand. I did the same doggone thing. I made my appointment as soon as Kimmy came out with her stories. So kudos to you for coming out with your story. So Mel runs into her ex-brother-in-law, Montez, Martell's brother. She's gets emotional about seeing him. She says she used to give him encouraging words, you know, because he was always in trouble, not for the good. And she's just glad to see him here in a positive light. So Stormy and her Pepto-Bismol pink gets a phone call from her warehouse saying that they labeled hundreds of products wrong, but she got to leave it up to her team for them to make it right. So we got the Scott brothers, Letitia and Martell talking. Did y'all notice the guy from Mel's video in the back of them? But anyway, I noticed that. Maurice wanted to know, where's Martell's special guest? And he goes, who? Sheree? He said, oh, she's in California visiting a friend, and he makes a face. He said she ain't been answering the phone. I wouldn't answer the phone for your ass either. The contract is null and void. She ain't having it no more. She ain't playing your beard no more. Martell in his confessional claims that him and Cherie are still cool. And he calls her his friend girl. Ciao. So they about to start the conference part of this expo. The Core 6 and Stormy is standing behind a screen where everybody could see them. Martell is peeking out. He happens to see Melody. Melody's out there. She not coming up, then I'm not speaking. Like, what does Melody have to do with you speaking when she already said she don't want to be a part of the expo? And on top of it, Letitia told y'all she wasn't going to be a part of it. So why you acting like you surprised? Why Martell in his confessionals talking about Melody attending the Blaque's expo? She thought she'd be a part of it when y'all already had the discussion that she wasn't going to be a part of it. Like, can't you not do your confessionals without talking about Melody? What I got from all of them speaking was Marceau is a fast talker. That's what I got from all of that. He's a gaslighter. If he don't know the answer to something, he gonna fake it till he make it. This is hilarious. And Tisha, she got the nerve to say, be okay with asking for help. If you see somebody you want to be like, ask them. just like you did with Mel, but then you didn't want to give her the props for helping you get motivated to do whatever it is that you do, like you said to Tiffany. And why she talking like she ready to fight somebody? Like her hands are failing, she bopping up and down in the chair. So Martell role was to be the mic holder for people to answer questions. Child, you ain't want to talk about none of your businesses you claim you have? None of them? Child, why is Carson in the doggone audience again? That's 2 times on the show. Arion must be rolling down the wall, child. Do you see those people standing on the stage with the Core 6 and Stormy? I believe they're behind the expo, and they just made them the faces, Tisha and Marcel. And they want to take the credit for it. That's just in my opinion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I just don't believe that they could pull something off like this. Like, they came to the meetings with nothing in hand, nothing to go on with how the expo was going to work. It just seemed like the meeting was to see if Mel would be a part of it. So Stormy lets Courtney know that Marceau stepped to her asking for the $100. Courtney was like, what $100? Ain't nobody asked for no money. So she said, are you going to say, she said she felt like she shouldn't have been talking to this man. So she said, you going to talk to him, Courtney? And she was like, because somebody needs to let him know he acting like a B. So Courtney, his confessional was like, he got to talk to Marceau, but, you know, he's tired after doing that 15-hour drive to get them products up to New York City for Canvas Beauty. Then Courtney lets her know that he's willing to have a baby, but by surrogate, and he does not want Stormy to do it because he don't want her to go through what she went through before, because he was traumatized in seeing her have their baby. So Tiffany decides to call a luncheon because she felt left out of the expo. Tiffany says she felt like the Whitlows was left out. And here go Kimmy, but you weren't. Now, what we saw, I ain't hear them mention nothing about the Whitlows. So Tiffany is saying she didn't have to be in the meetings, but she would have appreciated an invite to participate in the expo. They could have put some questions together and she'd have been happy to answer some questions about business. And here go Kimmy again. I believe it was an oversight. Kimmy, why are you speaking for Tisha while she over there stuffing her face? Let Tisha speak for herself. Wasn't she the leader of the expo? See, Kimmy, you did all that taking up for Tisha, and she gonna say to Tiffany, I don't even know what Tiffany do. And Stormy looking at Tisha like, are you for real? Are you freaking for real? And then Tisha gonna go, I know you and I know Lou got a business, and I know you and your business partner started a business. Stormy jumps in and said, didn't you raise $3 million? And Tisha was like, that's good to know. Ooh, the fake shit, I can't. So Stormy in her confessionals is shading the heck out of Tisha. She said for an expo that took weeks to plan, it was given, what she said? She said it was overbooked with vendors and the decor was like cheap prom. No, that's my saying. So here's the problem, Tisha. You going to tell her you in a business setting, you going to have complications. But did you have this conversation with Marceau? When you told him that y'all wasn't charging people for the tables, that he should not approach Stormy, did you do that? No. You let him go in there and do what he wanted to do. So you can't tell her how to react. You can't tell her. So Tisha, what you said was you wanted to speak to Stormy because you didn't like how she responded to your husband. But you can't tell her how to respond. Which one is it? Stormy told her to keep talking to her husband. Tisha said, I could talk to anybody I want to that's coming to my event. Child, this shit was a whole shit show. So Tisha said, you should be able to talk to your friends. And Stormy was like, we're not there yet. So Tisha gets upset and she pretty much storms. She says that you wouldn't like me to talk to your husband like that. And Stormy said, you ain't crazy enough to do that. And Tisha was like, see, you don't know me like that. The old me would have came across the table. And Stormy said, get active. Tisha, she was looking shocked. She wasn't about to jump across that table. Okay. Tisha got her ass up and walked out. Okay. And that was the last episode before the next season or the next part of the season starts. I don't know when, but I'm okay with the break. Okay. But that's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Hit that notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.